Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Welcome to day one of Handstands for Everyone. Today we're going to set up the foundation and build the roadmap for the whole journey. Let's get started. Thank you so much for joining me on this Handstands for Everyone course. I really do mean this to be handstands for everyone. So instead of just progressively moving into harder and harder and harder and harder and more impossible versions, what we're going to do over the course of this journey is build some solid technique and foundational strength and flexibility drills that we'll work on consistently over the entire 30 days. And we'll be continuing kind of the same format. In today's practice, we're going to lay the foundation for this format from the beginning of stretching the wrists to stretching the front body and working your forward folds to working stabilization in the shoulders to working the core and the strength of the front body, and finally bearing a little bit of weight in the shoulders. And every day will come with the opportunity to turn yourself upside down in an accessible and approachable manner. And there'll always be options to make it a little harder, make it a little easier. So keep that in mind for the roadmap, that we're going to be building consistent drills. I'm not doing a handstand today because I just went from one pose to another, but because I did the basics of the same routine over and over and over again for many, many years. And that's what we'll be working on today. So let's come to a comfortable seated position and start this journey to handstand. All right. I want you now to tune into your pelvic floor, which is the space between your sitting bones. Take a moment here and just feel your breath, your body, your mind really grounded at the base of the pelvis. And now we begin with a few gentle stretches to warm up the wrist. I want you to take your right hand out in front and point the fingers down. Then take your left hand and hold on to the fingers, and let's just stretch that out. You can give a little bend in the right elbow and we'll hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, keep that root in your pelvic floor. 4, and 5. Shake that out and we'll do the other side. Fingertips point down, hold and press through the heel of the hand. 1, 2, easy does it, don't overdo it, we're just starting. This is our first foundational movement, the first foundational skill, which is strong, flexible wrists. 4, almost there, 5. Okay, let's shake that out. Now we're going to do one more wrist warm up. I want you to flip your fingers back and just root down. If it's not comfortable for you to do this in a cross-legged position, you can come up into a wide child's pose. And we'll grip the fingertips, rooting down into the heels of the hands. Hold it for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, keep breathing. 4, almost there. And 5. Okay, let's cross the feet and come on back down to seated. Give your elbows a little shake. And now we're going to move on to the second skill, although we'll be continuing working with the wrists progressively. Inhale, take your arms out to a T shape. And this is one of my favorite shoulder stabilization movements, just to bring a little bit of blood circulation and healthy movement in the shoulders. Arms out to a T shape and we'll hold for 5. 1. Move the shoulder blades away from each other. 2, nice and easy. 3, keep breathing. 4, almost there. 5, good job. Now let's roll the shoulders forward. That's it. Keep rolling the shoulders just like that. Keep it coming. Easy does it. Just building a little bit of strength and flexibility in equal measure. Okay, almost there. Back to the neutral position. Very good. Let's reverse directions. Let's go back, back, back. That's it. A little bit more. If you're feeling a little bit of burning sensations or soreness in the shoulders, that is okay. Make sure your joints are safe. Almost there. One more. Big reach. And then exhale, bring it down. Okay, let's shake that out. Now we're going to come over onto the hands and knees. I'm going to put my hair up now. All right. So now we're continuing shoulder stabilization and working with the wrists. And we're going to do that in hands and knees plank. So grip your fingertips, root down through the knuckles and the heels of the hands. And let's hold this for 5 breaths. 1. Steady, steady. 2. 3. Almost there. 4. and 5. Now, I want you to activate the rib cage by drawing the ribs in. Activate the muscles of the rotator cuff by stabilizing inside the armpits. Then, gently move your body weight a little forward and make sure you stop when you feel enough pressure at the wrists or when your deltoids or your shoulders reach alignment with your fingertips. And then pull the weight back into the knees. Good, we're gonna do that 4 more times. Inhale, grip your fingertips and lean a little forward, forward, forward. And exhale, send it back. Good. Inhale, push weight into the fingertips, fingertips, fingertips. And exhale, send it back. Good. Let's do 2 more times. Weight into the fingertips, rooting down through the heels of the hands, through the knuckles. And then exhale, send it back. Last one. Come forward, activating inside the armpits and hold for 5. 1, 2, grip the fingertips little. 3, almost there. 4, and 5. Exhale, come down. Let's shake out the hands as we're slowly warming the wrists up, warming the shoulders up. Very good. You can open the hands a little like this. And now, hands down and curl your toes under. Inhale, come on up to downward facing dog. We've got 5 deep breaths. 1, easy does it. 2, shoulders roll open. 3, 4, almost there. And 5, let's sink the knees down and we're gonna work puppy pose just to get that flexibility through the shoulders. So point the feet, open the knees a little bit, and then walk your hands nearby each other so the thumbnails press into each other. And then exhale, walk forward until you can reach your forehead on the ground, coming up onto the fingertips. 5 more breaths. 1, 2, steady. 3, almost there. 4, and 5. Walk your hands back and inhale, lift your head up. Open up the shoulders again to be shoulder width apart. Let's draw the knees in. Now, I want you to draw your navel again in, tighten inside the armpits a little bit, grip your fingertips, and pitch your shoulders a little bit forward so we get that deltoid alignment with the knuckles, and then step one leg back, tucking the tailbone a little bit, and here we have it, plank pose. 1, deep breaths. 2, 3, keep it steady. 4, 5, chaturanga. Exhale, come on down. You can go all the way down. Inhale, upward facing. We got a big breath in. Exhale again, downward facing. Big breath out. Let's stay another 5 breaths. And our friend, the downward dog. 1, 2, keep breathing. 3, 4, almost there. 5, let's take another plank. Walk your feet in towards each other. Grip your fingertips and then inhale, come forward to plank again. Getting a nice stable plank is pretty much the best foundational strength pose to work on handstands. So really put your work in here. 1, 2, 3, keep working. 4, so we're just building up those stable skills that are one day gonna make your arms strong enough to be all the way upside down. All right, so here we go. 1 more breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. We got our downward dog. Now, from downward dog, let's introduce that forward bend flexibility. So walk forward and let's get a soft bend in the knees. And you can layer your arms over each other and inhale, hips back and up. And we stay here for 5 breaths. 1, if you need to bend your knees a little, just get the chest close to the thighs. So that forward bend flexibility is that combo between working inside the hip joints, letting the back muscles release, and then also lengthening the backs of the legs. We'll stay for 2 more breaths. Let your body relax and just take the time. Easy does it. So we're getting the skills, we're getting the technique. And then bend the knees. And again, work your forward bend. Just hang nice and easy. And let's do one more set, okay? Bend the knees. And then again, straighten. And we stay relaxing your breath. Again, easy does it. So we're building foundation. You want to really put in the work to build a nice, easy, a stable foundation. And that's good. Good. Bend the knees. Take the hands down. Let's walk back down to your hands and knees. Now from your hands and knees, keep your knees aligned with the hips and the toes curled under. So now we're going to practice from the hands and knees in the bear crawl position, bearing a little bit of more weight forwards. You're going to grip your fingertips, lift in, particularly be conscious of the muscles of the lower abdomen. Then let's float those knees off the ground and then bear a little bit of weight forward into the fingertips, weight back into the feet. Forward into your fingertips, weight back into the heels. Let's do 3 more. Forward into the fingertips, weight back into the heels. Forward into the fingertips, weight back into the heels. Forward into the fingertips and hold. 1, 2, nice and steady. 3, the navel is in. 4, and 5, let's sink the knees down. Oh, give it a little break. Let's take cat and cow just to really release the spine. Inhale, extend, deep breath in. Exhale, round and under. Inhale, extend, deep breath in. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, extend, deep breath in. Exhale, round and under. Good. Back to neutral. Walk your feet in, and now we're going to lie down. It's not over. Don't worry. We're going to work the core from lying down. It's like my favorite place to work on the core. So tuck the tailbone and then just glide the spine down. So we're going to practice now really working to close the front body. And there are 2 ways that you can work to close the front body. First, with the spine long. Let's draw the knees in towards each other, tuck your tailbone a little bit, maintain the space between the ribs and the hips, and flatten your lower back onto the ground. Then, holding onto your abdomen, exhale and firm the muscles of the abdomen, but keep your head on the ground. Extend the arms forward and root your shoulder blades into the ground. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, front body is firm. 3, enjoy it. 4, almost there. 5, now take your hands and hold on to the back of the head. We're going to close the front body even more. So draw the navel in, and then as you exhale, fold the ribs close to the iliac crest or the hips. And then exhale, lift it up and pull it in. 1, 2, 3, almost there. 4, 5. Inhale, head down. Exhale there. Let's repeat those 2 positions. Arms up, lower back rooting into the ground, tailbone little tucked. The spine is nice and supported. And then exhale, shoulders root into the ground. Just plug the arm bones into their sockets, working the retracted shoulder position. Okay, good. 1, 2, your gaze is soft. 3, no expectation. You're not in a rush. We're just working these foundational drills. 4, almost there. 5, hands underneath the head. Fold the ribs in. 1, 2, 3, navel is in. 4, and 5. Inhale, head down. Exhale there. Let's do it again. Arms up. Exhale, root those shoulders down into their sockets. And then the front body is strong. 1, 2, remember the pelvic floor. 3, 4, almost there. 5, hands under the head. Inhale, we pick it up. 1, navel is in. 2, 3, almost there. 4, and 5. Inhale, head down. Exhale, relax it for a moment. You can just relax the body, constructive rest. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay, let's roll over onto the side. Come on back to your hands and knees. Now when we come back into the hands and knees, curl the toes under. From here, we're gonna get our first opportunity to really turn the body upside down, all right? Don't be scared. Curl your toes under. Let's step on back to the downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let's take a step about half the distance in, keeping your feet hips width apart. Keep the weight in the heels for a moment. We're gonna work on handstand plank. This is probably one of the most successful prepares for handstand that I've ever done. And it's our first kind of opportunity to turn yourself upside down. Now don't be afraid. It's gonna be nice and steady. Grip your fingertips, root down into the heels of the hands, and I just want you to relax your neck so you're not overdoing it with your neck. Just look at the feet. If your hands are not comfortably on the ground, you can take your hands on those 2 yoga blocks, or you can bend the knees until your hands get comfortably on the ground. And we'll stay for 5. 1, 2, 3, almost there, 4, and 5. Try to straighten the legs. If you haven't straightened them already, then I want you to switch your gaze between the thumbs, pivot forward. Again, gripping your fingertips, tightening inside the shoulders, and stay. 1, 2, 3. Remember, relax the neck. Don't try to do handstand on the neck. 4. All right, you ready? Come up onto the tips of your toes. 1, 2, 3. All right, this is it. We're half upside down. This is our inversion of the day. 4, almost there. 5, exhale, step it on back, get a good plank, and exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing, big breath in, exhale, downward facing, big breath out. All right, we're gonna do one more. I want you to walk forward. Now, here's the option. Grab the yoga blocks. If it was very difficult for you to straighten the legs, you might find it easier to straighten the legs when the hands are on the blocks. If you found it easy to straighten the legs with the hands on the blocks, I want you now to step up onto the blocks so that you can move yourself more towards that inverted position. Grip your fingertips, and again, bear the weight. Relax the neck, so look at the toes for a moment. 1, 2, keep a little peripheral vision around your hands so you don't tuck the chin too much. 4, and 5. Delicately switch your gaze to between your thumbs and then pitch a little weight forward and come up onto the tips of your toes. 1, 2, bear the weight in the shoulders. 3, 4, and we're gonna jump back and off of the blocks. You're gonna catch a little air. Back and off of the blocks. You did it. We did a mini handstand. Good. Come down with the knees. Move your blocks on over to the side. Step forward with the hands. And inhale, get a good plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing, big breath in. Exhale, downward facing, big breath out. Come to your knees. Child's pose, take complete rest for a moment. Relax your shoulders. Relax your breath. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And let's do one more. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And then inhale, easy. Come on back up to seated. Cross your feet. And then just give me a little shake with your hands so we can get that tension out of the wrists. All right, that's good. A little more. Let's add in the elbows. Very good. One more. All right, come on back to seated. Now, congratulations, you completed day 1 of handstands for everyone. I want to ask you, are you willing to show up every day and build your commitment to get better and better at these foundational skills? I hope so, because these are the skills that I learned over many years of practice, and they'll start to pay off in your practice, but only if you show up and do the work. So there will be many options to take this a little bit deeper, a little bit of variation here and there, but the foundation of the skill set is already established. We work handstands. This journey of handstands is not really about just getting more muscles. It's really about finding the strength to show up every day, to believe in yourself, put in the work. So I hope you keep that little bit of inspiration, and I hope that you really do feel handstands are for me too. Don't worry about the failure, just recognize that it is one step along that journey. If you don't try, you won't succeed. If you fail and fail and fail and fail again, sooner or later you will succeed. So keep the faith, keep practicing, and I'll see you on the mat tomorrow.